I saw a furry walking around Chicago about 2 weeks ago, and you know, naturally, people turned their heads and looked at her crazy. She was wearing the fursuit, but she didn't have like the animal head on top of her head. She was carrying like the head on her side, kind of like this. When I looked at her, I saw how confident she was, and I saw somebody who was so proud to be themselves and just didn't care about anyone else's perception of them, and it just felt so raw and authentic, and honestly, it was super inspiring. She was walking with a smile on her face, a little pep to her step. She was just in her own world of not giving a fuck. And really, it was a great reminder for me to just not care about anybody else's perception of me, especially when I don't give two fucks about them and they don't give two fucks about me. And I don't really see furries getting a lot of hate nowadays. I feel like that was more of a 2016 edgy era of YouTube where people were just hating on furries just because it was a trend. Now that I'm not a fucking 12-year-old, I look at a furry and I tip my hat to them. Like, that shit takes balls. Not to mention, she was wearing a furry suit in the south side of Chicago. I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere right now. I feel like God put that furry in my life sort of as a reminder of like, you know what, Nycto? People are gonna look at you weird, you know, they're gonna talk shit about you, but none of that matters. As long as you love who you are and you feel comfortable in your skin, that's really all that matters. And I know it sounds cliche to say, but really it's true. And I already had a lot of respect for furries, but seeing one up close and personal, it felt like I was seeing a real life Pokemon. And it just reiterated the thought in my head, just how much swag furries have. Bro, furries have swag. I said this in a video before, swag isn't just your style, it's kind of like an embodiment. The modern day version of swag is aura, or just how you carry yourself. Furries just don't give a fuck how other people look at them. They have this sense of confidence. This video sounds so unserious. God, watch this video be the one that actually goes viral. But I'm being so serious. Being a furry doesn't mean you have to wear the entire suit. It could just be a tail, ears. You know what? Fuck it. There's a lot more furries out there that we may realize. Those furry ass boots that you wear, or that fur coat, you may as well be a furry. And yeah, I may have gotten bit by a girl wearing a raccoon tail in 9th grade, but I still have the utmost respect for furries, or just anyone who's willing to be themselves in general. I've always been a fan of unique looks, expressive appearances, or just someone who has their own unique style. I feel like those are the people that I tend to gravitate towards. Fuck, it's starting to rain. But obviously, I'm not too tapped into the furry world. But you know, it's crazy what we can learn from the most unlikely people. You can always get a lesson out of someone or something, even in the places where you least expect it. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like I've always been a pretty confident person. But I love seeing people who are just genuinely confident to be themselves or pursue the things that they love. Whether that's cosplay, music, there's just something so intriguing to see someone feel so confident. And that energy is just so contagious. At the same time, that energy could also be threatening because losers don't like when you're confident. But yeah, we could learn a lot from furries in that don't be afraid to wear the clothing that you want to wear. Don't be afraid to express yourself to the rawest form. I know it sounds scary to be yourself, especially when people are so judgmental, especially on the internet. Listen, man, the internet isn't a real place. There's a lot of bots talking shit, or a lot of people who are just so closed-minded because ever since they were a little kid, they've been getting fed a bunch of negativity and they have such a shallow mind. Like, you know those people who make fun of you for doing literally any normal activity? Like, why the fuck are you making fun of me because I'm reading a book or I'm using an umbrella? Like, get the fuck off of my dick, man. Why do you care about the clothes I wear? Are you my mom? Like, bro, I really don't get it. They've been so propagandized. How the fuck do you say that word?
Propagandized.
These people have been so propagandized to think a certain way that when they see you wearing an outfit, or let alone a fucking furry, they're just gonna point fingers and laugh at you. This is definitely a filler video. I kind of just wanted to get this off my chest because I feel like this video could help at least one person out. It's starting to rain. Let's get to 50K subscribers. Join my Discord. I love you guys. And as always, I'll see you soon.